Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and today we're going to do Battle Report 39. My voice went up a little bit there. What was that?
039.
Sorry, 039. Orcs and Goblins versus the Ogre Cons. Now, this is not the same Ogre Con army I played player
In the previous
in the
battle
big
report.
mega game.
This isn't the mega game opponent.
Yep.
This is another opponent.
And this is at Huzzah Hobbies. It's one of our favorite local game stores.
Yes.
So there we have it. This was the setup. And I do not have a battle. I do not have a army list for this one.
But of course.
Why would I?
Yes.
This is continuing on the 6,000 point practice games for the upcoming Brawler Bash. You can see I still haven't gotten rid of my goblins.
That's not till the next battle report.
The two units, there's like 36 in one and 37 in the other, something about there. 35 and 36. Got my Wolf Riders here in the woods, a couple unit of Boar Boys, common Boar Boys.
And the goblins are armed with?
Goblins are armed with bows, hand weapon bows, and shields.
Okay.
Little tanky is the idea. Head bashers this time. A couple spiders, a couple wrecking teams, 2 units of little spiders, 2 splatterers, a skewerer, and over here on the far left that you can't see is there we go. That's the next picture, I guess. There we go. Far left, we have a picture of the two what are they, cave goblins on Nashers? The giant Nashers?
Giant cave Nashers or something like that, yeah.
And then the Nasher Dasher unit.
How's this splatter over here work? Doesn't have any crew or any base?
What? The splatterer on the right?
Yeah.
That was my recently recovered one that I thought I'd lost for a while. And if you notice probably in that mega game, I was proxying the Git launcher for it.
Yes.
So there's the rest. There's the other side, looking good. And on his side, he had a unit of 2. I can't remember. Tusker Cav. He has a rock in the field.
Is it just a monster one or is it a character on it?
Just a monster.
Okay.
6 mercenaries. He gave them the thunderous charge, halberds, and gave them armor piercing.
With halberds?
As their other bonus. So halberds and armor piercing, and thunderous charge. So strength 7 with an extra AP 1. It's like there's nothing.
Using enough dynamite there.
There is no armor that can sustain. Anyway,
yeah.
Couple of the whatever those dogs are called now, saber tusks, I think. Saber tusks, and a big unit. These are not bruisers to the right. This unit is a unit bulls. Of bulls.
Is there a character in there?
And there is a character. His big character's in there.
Okay, it's Tyrant.
And he likes the build that he gives the guy. He likes the big maul thing that does the D3 wounds on him. So
yeah, it's a potent weapon.
Pretty scary. Now
then that
the halfling
hot looking thing back
the
there.
halfling hot pot in the back.
The Scratapult.
Would normally be a Scratapult, but he's proxying this as a cannon.
Okay.
Because the 2 cannons he's proxying as Scratapults.
Well, that's not confusing at all.
No. Well, it would be more confusing if one cannon was a cannon and the other cannon was a Scratapult.
Yeah, not much.
But it was still fairly confusing.
Yes.
He's got 3 units of the
elite trappers.
Whatever is that what they're called? Trappers?
I think so. I don't remember.
Anyway,
no one. I never see them on the tables.
all they have is bows.
Okay.
He's just going to use this.
Yeah,
for
bows or the throwing stuff.
No, bows.
Okay.
24-inch range.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is a unit I have never seen before on the table, and that is a hunter. There's a hunter with 8 dogs.
1, 2, 3,
8
4,
saber tusks.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 saber tusks.
I've never seen anyone try this before.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of an interesting unit.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Anyway,
In
here
a
we
large
go with
base
a
with
large
a small guy.
This is a proxy again.
Mm-hmm.
This is another rock.
Okay.
So he's got 2 of them.
Looks more like it's just a raw.
It's just a raw. Yes, on a big base, and then 2 more Tusker Cav to round it out. His characters, he has the hunter guy, of course, over here with the dogs, and
The tyrant you mentioned
Tyrant.
before. Okay.
with the whatever that is,
Great Mall, whatever it is.
the Great Maw, and the thing to make him a BSB for the whole table. That
Why would any
never
ogre
goes
player ever take
away.
that?
And if he dies, the BSB's still there.
Well, that's only fair.
He's paying a lot of points for it. He should get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Vanguard, my Wolf Riders bravely march forward. Look at that,
And meet him.
and he comes forward a bit too. Both units of
Spiders
Spider Riders.
advance.
I had deployed my whole army first in this game.
Okay.
Both my Spider Riders advance. I know I got the first turn, so I'm not worried about getting charged. So, moving on, this is what we do on the first turn. You can see on the left, we're just kind of inching forward a little bit, getting in position.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of movement in those Tusker Cav and the unit beside it.
Yep.
So
And
that rock.
Yep.
So I don't want to deal with either one of those. Send both the wrecking teams up the middle. And the spiders are coming up here to shoot up the Saber Tusk. And maybe draw him into a charge, which will put him closer to those wrecking teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'd like. My boar boys are coming up here. I'm more than 12 inches away from that spider unit, the nearest spider unit. So if that unit of bulls comes forward, hits the spider unit, overruns, he cannot possibly get to my boar boys.
Mm-hmm.
In the position I am now, I'm just looking. I mean, I'm like right around 12 inches away from that unit of whatever they are, scraplings or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm looking at just sending this overkill BSB, a general, and
Mm-hmm.
and Ed Bashers into one of those little units, smashing it and getting back there and crushing his his artillery.
Right.
Beside it, you can see I brought up my Wyvern. This is the guy with in this one, he's still running the, I think in this one, this one he has the distracting armor.
Okay.
And distracting armor and the sword of the Orc Apocalypse, which is pretty fun. Other than that, going across, you can see the Wolf Riders have thought better of their bravery and come back into the woods.
Yeah.
Getting more than 50% in the woods in case he tries to shoot me up with this scrappling guys or whatever.
Right.
No big deal. There we go. So,
It's magic of shooting.
we go into shooting. I have no magic.
Yeah.
Neither does he. So
Playing magicless lists.
yeah, I'm seeing more and more of them.
Yeah, that seems to be the common flavor for most people.
So these two units of archers fire, the goblin archers, and do 11 wounds to the dogs. This must be why you were saying nobody takes this unit?
Yeah,
Is this one of the reasons?
that's one of them.
Okay. My two units of spider riders come up and shoot off another saber tusk over here. And the goblins have fired and put another wound to finish off another.
So
I'm sorry, the wolf riders, not
Yeah.
the goblins.
Goblin Wolf Riders.
Goblin wolf riders have fired to get
See,
rid of
you
another.
were just incomplete.
Yes, they are goblins. My artillery is fired and done absolutely nothing. I launched both the splatterers into that rock in the top left.
The left one, okay.
Yeah, I think I can. Anyway, I think I can deal with the one on the right better because the boar boys are over there. I think if I go smash something and rummage around the back, it'll send him around. Anyway, so you can see him checking his arcs. He declared a charge on me, and I stood and shot.
Caught 2 wounds.
And put 2 wounds on him. Not so well on the other one unit, but anyway. So he charged me with both units, which kind of surprised me. I thought one or the other would go, but not both.
Yeah, it was either that or hang out in the back.
And then his hunter with his 2 dog friends decided to charge my guy on the wyvern.
Okay.
And I am thrilled with this. I got 8. So what do I got?
You got a big sword.
I got minimum 6. I got 6 to 8 attacks at minimum strength of 7. So yeah, I'm and I'm distracting. I'm hard to hit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that at all. No problem. So over here, I was wrong. I did put a wound on the rock. See
Oh.
it back there in the back corner.
And he shifted his dog around, his tusk,
And he shifted to the left with
saber
that.
tusk around. Yeah.
Saber Tusk made his march test and came around from
And
behind
he stayed
those
back
guys.
with the other guys.
And his other guys are staying back.
Afraid of your spiders.
He does not want to get charged by my spiders.
Yeah.
Because I'll double charge either one of these I can get to.
Yeah.
Not one on each.
Well, you have
ship.
to because you can't fight them one-on-one, I don't think.
No, I don't. I don't think I can. If I can charge the rock, I think I'm in decent shape. If it
Yeah.
charges me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So elsewhere, he just moves up a bit with the scrappling guys. Repositions off to the right,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it looks like. So he misfires his first one.
Okay.
Takes a
This is a scrap launcher.
Yep, can't fire for 2 turns on a scrap launcher. The other scrap launcher fires and pulls off 3 of my boar boys,
Yeah, lethal strikes. Nice thing to have
hitting 10 of them.
on a big template.
Yeah.
Is it 10 or is it all 10 of your guys?
Yeah, all 10 of mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 12. I
Yeah,
was
'cause
12
it's-
wide.
Okay, so yes, because it's 6x6,
Yeah,
right?
and he should get 2 6s out of that. And
Yeah.
it looks like about what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the roll was, but
And then you have to fail one more armor save.
it was not good.
Mm-hmm.
These little guys fire and pick off another one, which was fairly annoying.
Yeah.
But other than that, the mercenaries have cleared off my spiders. But as you can see, I've done 1 more wound to him with
I'm shocked.
poison, so
Yeah.
I've killed 1.
You weren't able to stand up to that minor attack.
Yeah, well. And he stood where he was. He did not overrun with this
Mm-hmm.
unit,
Okay.
which was kind of expected. These guys came in and did a couple impact hits and then finished me
Yeah.
off.
That wasn't even worth 2 pictures.
It's a dramatic pause. And he did overrun with this unit,
Interesting.
which puts him about 4 or 5 inches away from the splatter. The whatever that thing is, wrecking team.
Working team.
Yep. So I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
So he comes in, does an impact hit to me. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I completely whiff my attacks.
Okay.
I did kill the 2 boars, the 2 dogs. Are they there yet? No, I did not. I completely whiffed my attacks.
Ah.
I completely whiffed my attacks. He did impact hits to me. I whiffed, and he hit me and killed me. I'm distracting. I've got 4 wounds. I've got a 5 up ward. I've got armor.
Was your initiative higher than his?
My initiative was high enough to go.
So you did go. Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible. Not happy at all.
Yeah.
And they overran from that. The wolf riders up on the top right held.
Mm-hmm.
They did not panic. Neither did the goblins. I think the goblins might have been even out of range. Anyway, and
Something seems to be missing, though.
he overran. He killed me.
Yeah. They kill you outright or you chase you down?
He killed me all around.
Oh, okay.
He killed me, and then did the overrun. Came up an inch short of these goblins.
Okay.
So, got that going for me.
Get some shooting off.
I get around shooting.
Yeah.
I get around to shooting before he gets to me. So that's kind of what it looks like over there. Not thrilled. And then when you notice something else missing in this picture.
Yes.
When the wyvern guy on the wyvern was killed, these guys didn't like that at all.
Okay.
So they ran all the way over here.
That's good.
On the bright side, the skewer did not panic.
Yeah, that's surprising.
So I got that going for me. Yeah. Terrible. It's a rerollable 9. It happens.
Yep. That's why we roll dice.
Yeah. So anyway, they fled over here, and we move on to turn 2, and things are looking fairly bleak as it is.
Yeah.
So my goblins decide they're going to come back out of the woods. They're happy.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the unit just kind of stay where they are, I think. Yep. And the first wrecking team goes through here and does 3 wounds, I think, to him.
It's like you have 2 extra ones.
Yeah, because he had 1 missing. He's got 2, so it must have done 5.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 5. The other one went through him as well and did another 4.
Yeah, it's not so good.
So I did a total of 9 wounds, sounds like.
Well, they don't have many attacks.
It's 46. Well, they're light. They're small attacks.
Yeah.
And he's got such a big armor save versus them.
Yeah.
So, actually, I think those are the numbers I put out there: 5 wounds and then 3 wounds.
Okay.
I did 8, even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, the 5's not bad.
5's not bad, but the 3 is
three's
rather
a
disappointing.
little suboptimal.
Well, I mean, I should have hit average 7 and wound 6 of those, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, and he's got no saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hoping to peel off a lot more of these.
Mm.
But anyway, so we've got that over here. I'm still just going to sit back here and wait for him.
But at least they're sitting in an interesting place and they're making him nervous.
What's this?
The wrecking
Oh,
teams.
and the wrecking team's right now
Oh.
where they are in a great spot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It looks like you rallied.
the Boar Boys rallied. We're back in this. And they are within the general and the BSB here on the corner of this unit, on the right corner of that unit,
Within 12.
are within 12 of the goblins over there.
You should get that ogre banner. You wouldn't have to worry about that.
Goblins are insignificant. It wouldn't help me.
The-
Yeah, no. It's not an ogre banner. If it was an ogre banner, you'd have to have a BSB to carry it.
That's true. Ogre magic item.
Yeah. If it was a magic item, then it would take away some of his allotment of magic points, so he
That's
couldn't
true. That's true.
take all this big kit, defensive and offensive. It's a big name,
Yes.
which means
Well,
it-
he pays a lot of points for it.
he pays a lot of points, but
It only helps his entire army
it only helps his entire army
overcome one of their weaknesses. that
over
they're
the
known
entire
for.
board. Well, it's the one thing that the Iron Fist doesn't
The Iron
cover.
Fist doesn't cover, so you have to cover it because Iron Fist doesn't give you the leadership button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, again, kudos to the army design team for the ogres.
Yeah.
They did a great job of covering every weakness they possibly had. Anyway, moving on.
Why are you grabbing your arm? I think you're about ready to have a stroke.
They're not too terrible, are they? So I start shooting, and I actually hit this guy. I wanted that dog dead because I wanted
The wrecking teams
the wrecking teams to stay where they
survive.
were.
Yeah.
So I shot him with the skewer and only did a single wound to him,
Ah.
and that was it. These guys, on the other hand, shot up 2 dogs and put 3 out of 4 wounds on this guy.
That's good.
It was pretty awesome. It was some pretty decent
What's
shooting.
that, 36 shots?
36 shots needing 4s.
Yeah. that's
18 hits at 6 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
I got really lucky on him.
Yeah.
But it was somewhere right around average.
Well, that's the law of dice. You throw enough dice at something, you're going to get a skew result.
Correct.
More
and it was
often than not.
and it was the wounds that
Yep.
the wounding that I mean 6 hits on each of the dogs should have killed each one.
Yeah.
Because I get 2 5s out of that.
Right.
But to pull off 3 wounds on
Sure,
this guy
sure.
out of 6 hits, 6 or 7 hits is pretty amazing. That was very lucky. So elsewhere, these guys.
Wait a minute.
This is overall picture, so it's back to his turn, bottom of turn 2. The Rock is declared a charge
Okay.
on the Wolf Riders,
And they decided
and they're not taking any of that.
they'll.
But they left 3 of their buddies in the wrapped around trees.
They were looking for squirrels.
They were
There was
hunting
some-
squirrels.
They did some snacking. They want some snacks for later.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Yeah.
No one wants to get charged by a Rock.
They-
I think he tried to redirect into the Boar Boys, but it was too far.
okay.
I mean, he didn't make it, in other words. This guy made the charge here. Unfortunately, he was a little too close to stand and shoot, or he might have been afraid to charge me.
Surprised they made
Well,
that charge.
He couldn't stay there. I know that.
Yeah.
This bull unit tried to charge the skewer on the hill
Okay.
and failed,
All right.
which I was happy.
It was kind of a long charge.
But if you note, the mercenaries were fairly decent distance away. Well, he rolled an 11 on his charge range,
I see.
and there they go.
Okay.
On the bright side, I still got my other arachno or whatever gargantula free because the rocks needs to roll an 11 to get to me as well. Oh. So, as you can see, both have made it in, and I put the dice out there to make sure I remembered that both of them needed 11s, and both of them made it.
Yeah.
The Rock has Swift Stride.
You did get 3 wounds with your goblin archers.
Yes. Like I said, the dice go one way, they go the
Yes,
other way.
yes.
And this is a part of the game I think we've mentioned before. It's not.
Yep.
Anyway,
Don't like
I'm not thrilled with this clipping on the corner to.
because it's a single base model. No,
It's
especially on these big mega base units.
On a single base model, you should try to cinch up as best you
Yep.
can.
Yep.
But the rule's there, and you'll see me. I'll do the same thing because the rule is there.
Yeah, no, I think it's terrible because it allows single models to force people in specific directions if they run,
Correct.
which is kind of goofy. And then, of course, being on such a really big base, it's even more so. And the probability is you can really use your overrun to smack things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they fix that in version 2.
Yeah, it would be nice. So moving on. Anyway, you see he's got his overrun set up there because he's going to chase my spider off to the right and follow it into my other one.
Yep.
So moving on. There's just another shot of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was supposed to be showing. The saber tusk that was here in the field decided to walk out and step on one of the manglers. Nasher wrecking teams.
Wrecking team.
I do not like that name. Not a fan of that name. The Rock failed the charge on the Wolf Riders, came forward.
That's because it's a proxy model. It's not allowed to make contact.
I would agree. I think that should be a general rule.
Yeah.
Over here you can see the Tusker Cav on the top left coming up to support.
Yep.
Follow up.
I see your laser.
Follow up and complete them. Yes, the laser was there to.
You should make that laser on your spider make it even better.
That
Laser.
A laser armed spider.
Yeah.
That laser was
If
there.
the Saurian
to
ancients
check
can
the
do it, why
overrun.
can't the orcs and goblins?
They do have that guy with the laser, don't they?
Yeah. Then you can say laser.
I can keep using that.
Yes.
You can see the spider's done 3 wounds probably 2 because I think I shot one on him. So the spider managed to do 2 wounds on him before he finished me. I broke. I did not make my stubborn 6 check. He overran into this one.
Okay. Stubborn
Bonk.
6.
Stubborn 6. I mean, not a good chance of making that.
Nope.
It's like 35, somewhere around there, maybe.
He's a lot better with the guy on top.
Much better with the guy.
Did I mention that before?
Yeah, but now that comes out of character points, and the guy on the wyvern has to go away if that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of liking the guy on the wyvern.
Yeah.
So he gets to overrun into this one. He did some damage to me, but I managed to kill this one. Put 5 wounds on it. Got the big poison off on him.
Got the big hit.
The venomous fangs attack got off on him with a couple other attacks and dropped him. He did, I think, 3 to me on the right side from impact.
Mm-hmm.
But I did manage to kill him, which I'm happy about. Oh, it was only 2 from impact. And the tough strength 7 mercenaries obliterated my spider.
Can't see how.
Erased it.
It's not like it's not that many attacks.
So I've lost 2 gargantulas for an arachnarok.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. Moving on to turn 3. Maybe things will get better. Who knows? And you can see the guy charged in and did a couple wounds to my goblins.
I only see 1.
Well, it only looks like 1 because I've narrowed down to 5 wide.
Oh, okay.
I made my steadfast and I made my reform check.
So you could hang on a little bit longer.
And
okay.
exactly, every little bit counts over
Nothing
here.
wrong with that.
So you can see the mercenaries have turned to face the center of the board. My boar boys in the middle of this board aren't looking real good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's really nowhere to get out of this. It's supposed to be a mobile unit, and there's nowhere to get out of this.
Well, they got a skewer to protect them.
They do, and 2 splatterers, so I should be fine. So this is turn 3, and I said, well, all in, let's go.
Yep.
So you can see the 2 Nasher heroes in the back, and the units of unit Nashers going in, and the boar boys going into the front. So it's going to hurt, but I'm going to get rid of this unit.
Mm-hmm. You hope.
I hope to get rid. I mean, I got 2 strength 6, 3d3 strength 5 impact.
Yep.
It's a lot of hits coming in.
You do.
And I actually, to tell you, these were all short charges, but I'm famous for missing short charges.
Right.
So I declared the wall on this turn. warg
Okay.
on this turn.
Okay.
Even though, like I said, they're short charges. I'm just not having it. So, taking advantage of that warg, I sent the boar boys into the side of the other
Oh, he was
rock
on your
rock.
side. That's okay. Well,
Yeah, they were off to the right.
not that matters too much, but every bit helps.
He's stubborn, so he's not going anywhere. I'm just this way I can thump him and hopefully get a few wounds in. Hopefully the charge, the flank, and the banner will keep me in place for at least a turn. So over here, the wrecking team didn't go through him, kind of ran along right beside him and ended up in front of him. But that's good because he's kind of blocks him from coming off to the left.
Right.
There he is. Actually, no. Maybe I did go through him. I guess I did clip him and did another...
Yeah, because he had some more guys.
I did clip him and do another 4 or 5 wounds. Over here, the Wolf Riders have rallied and come back into their... They love these woods.
The natural habitat. They're looking for their friends.
Apparently, if these were Spider Riders, this would make sense.
Yeah.
But they're not Spider Riders. This absolutely makes no sense. And
you mean kind of like the big block of Goblin Archers that are in there also?
Yeah, well, that's the difference. The whole plan with them was to stay and shoot and then eventually move off to the right.
Yeah.
Sidestep to the right and get out of the majority out of the woods.
That seems to be working well for you.
But the Wolf Riders also really are interested in hanging around this fight to the left of them.
Of course.
So when those goblins finally break, these guys can leave.
Well, they like to just show how brave they are.
They're just looking for that excuse, is what I believe it is.
I think they're just taunting somebody.
They're taunting somebody. Not sure who, but they are taunting someone. So there's the overall picture. And let's go ahead. We go into combats. You can see he's killed 2 of me.
Yeah.
Only 2. And I did where's the wound? I did 1 wound to him.
It's hid behind the leg.
It's hiding behind his leg.
I see something greenish poking out there.
I was hoping for more.
Either that or he's having a constitutional on the...
Yeah. Like I said, I was hoping for more, but anyway. I was hoping for at least 2 out of that.
Yeah.
Over here, I took a wound hopping into the woods. And impact hits... This is after my attacks. My impact hits have gone off and killed 3 full models. He's down to 2 models.
He didn't take his models off.
And he didn't take his models off because he knew he was going to lose this
nothing's
unit.
missing. So, yeah, okay.
And then he fights back and has managed to kill 5 of my boar boys.
Yeah.
Leaving 1 in the unit.
Yeah, it's fortunate.
And I eliminated him.
Yeah. They put some text on your character or something?
No, he went all in the boar boy. He was trying to get rid of he was
Yeah.
trying to completely kill the boar boys off.
Okay.
And get the points for them. Get the full points for them.
Yeah.
So I reform with everybody. I'm expecting this Tusker Cav to come in and kill something, and the boar boys are just looking in that direction to deal with wherever they end up. What is that noise?
I think that's the warning bell.
Is bell the equivalent of Chai Hammer's ambulance
It could
that
be.
drives by every time?
It would seem so.
Okay. So if we hang around, can we hear who's talking to you?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. So anyway, I turn to face and get ready for the onslaught of the Tusker Cav.
They only call when we're doing videos.
Apparently.
Yeah.
You're a popular guy, apparently.
Only when doing videos. Otherwise, cobwebs grow on it. People don't call old people if they want to sell them something.
So there's the end of the top of turn 3. We're going into the bottom. There's what we're looking like. And the Tusker Cav try to come in here to the Goblin Archers. We're having none of it. We shoot them. We stand and shoot and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But he fails his charge. It was a long charge.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was hoping to do a wound, which is going to be close to impossible. At that point, I needed 6 as a hit, 6 as a wound.
Yeah.
And then I've got to get through
The only thing you got going for is you're rolling a lot of dice.
And you're rolling a lot of dice, and like you said, things can happen when you roll a lot of dice.
If nothing else, you get an expression on your opponent's face.
Yes. Especially when he sees the 6 hits and starts to panic.
Yes.
And then nothing wounds him. So Tuskers decided they would take out the Nashers.
Didn't go for the big guy. Interesting.
No, I thought he would go for the big guy.
Yeah.
But he went for the Nashers instead. um, which means my lead Nasher is facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Nasher Dashers are going to hold up to him. The unit of bruisers, tribesmen,
Turn the face.
They do a swift reform and march over and walk over this way.
Mm-hmm.
Just ignoring.
He wants that cab bus.
Ignoring the presence of the Nasher wrecking team right there beside him.
And more importantly, the skewer.
And the skewer. Which has done pretty much nothing for me the entire game. I did put a wound on the dog over there. You can see his scratapults, not cannons.
Yes.
Have moved over so they can take pot shots at
they're having a confab.
Yeah. The building was blocking them, so they moved over here so they could both take shots into my my boar riders. These guys fire away and put 3 wounds on my skewer.
Wow.
Yeah, not happy about that. So these guys fire, drop another one, but I do have 5.
Yep. Get your bullies.
I do have 5.
Bully.
No, not on skewers.
Oh, that's right.
They have 5 wounds naturally.
Yeah.
The one on the left has managed to misfire and is broken for the game, which is good. The cannon shoots, hits these guys, and does nothing.
That's because it's a proxy halfling hot pot.
It's a halfling hot pot. Apparently, a halfling hot pot shot that distance does nothing.
Exactly.
To boar riders.
They just eat the soup when it lands on them.
So it did absolutely nothing here. These guys came in. The impact hits did 3 wounds. I did 1 back to him, and he's polished me off.
Yep, that, as they say, is that.
He does take the overrun and takes another wound from the dangerous terrain.
Okay.
So got that going for me.
Yeah. Well, you got a flank charger going for you.
I do. The hunter carves off 5 goblins. I still have 2 ranks and a banner, so I'm just losing.
At steadfast 6.
I'm steadfast 6. I'm going nowhere. I've got no problems. And I do make this. I do make the steadfast check and stick around, which was awesome. Over here, I've still done no more wounds to him. He's killing me off slowly.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not been coming after you.
What do you mean? Oh,
on
over here on the side.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's keeping him.
Yeah.
I really don't, because there's nothing. The boar boys are a one-shot hit.
Yeah, they'll get a couple wounds through.
Once he gets through the strength 6 on my charge, then I'm dead meat.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of holding back, being cautious.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to charge him. This top turn 4. So in turn 4, boar boys try to charge them and fail. I went in, tried to go into his tuskers. He wasn't coming at me. I was going to go at him.
Right.
Over here, you can see the remnants of the boar unit. The boar unit and the 2 characters have gone into the side of the tuskers
to help their little friend.
There's no help for him because he's going to die on impact hits. But at least this way, I can get revenge. Over here, the wrecking team has decided to wander away from his unit, even though it had a good chance of hitting him with them right beside me.
Yeah.
And the other Nasher hero is
heading for the artillery.
Heading for the catapult. That's the cannon. Mm-hmm. Heading for the cannon. He's going to try to kill that. He's like 12 inches away right now. Regardless, over here, you can just see the Wolf Riders. They've only got an 18-inch move. I mean, they can't really get away from this combat very easily.
Well, they're solidifying that solid line.
And
powerful goblin.
And those extra 8 bow shots are really making the difference.
Exactly.
And I'm pouring fire into these tuskers, which I can't hurt. Mm-hmm. Just hoping to do a wound or 2.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of fruitless. I got so happy with their performance before. So anyway, so yeah, absolutely nothing. And moving on. So Tusker. The Rock-a-Rocks finally finished off my
Boar boys.
2 boar boys. What the hell? You know what? My boar boys made that charge. I don't know why I don't have a picture of them up there. No, those are 2 dead ones. Those are 2 dead ones. So over here,
finally got the last wound through.
They finally decided they weren't going to be steadfast much longer, so they plucked the last wound through.
There you go.
And dropped him. So amazing. Over here, the kind of expected results. He killed my hero, but the charging unit crushed him. That BSB has the Beastbane halberd. So yeah, it's there. And the general has 4 strength, 7 attacks on the charge, plus D3 impact. So anyway, crushed him, and they went ahead and overran out to here because you can see the unit of tribesmen off to the right, just waiting for me.
Yeah, so they went to collect some reinforcements.
Yeah, went and go check on our dead troops.
Yeah,
make sure everybody's okay over
they're
here.
not faking.
Now back to his turn, bottom of 4. He charges the rock charges into the boar boys, and they fail their terror check and head off the board.
Yeah. They have a 7 leadership.
Yes, it's a chance of that happening. The Tusker Cav, needing a 15, go into the goblins again. And over here, he just moves forward.
Yeah.
He doesn't move too far forward because he doesn't want me wheeling and getting out of his arc to the right, to the top of the picture. So he moves forward so he can try to kind of corner me there.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, you can see the Tuskers have made it in and didn't take any damage from the woods doing it.
Yeah.
The rock has moved slightly in pursuit of the fleeing guys.
Did he try to redirect him on something?
He did, and I think he failed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing on an 8 rerollable, but it happens. Moving on down. So now he starts firing these guys again, and he picks off my skewer.
Yep.
Disappointing.
It skewered.
The other 2 put some punishment on my goblins here in the open.
Yes.
That they survived the hunter, but now these little guys are tearing them up. But then they take a few wounds, and they decide that's enough.
Well, even they like the close combat, you know.
Well, they wanted some left to take home that hunter trophy.
Exactly.
And all those dog's teeth and hunter trophy. Over here, not sure what that one's for. Anyway, the Tuskers, surprisingly, have hammered this unit.
They beat your goblins?
They only killed like 12, you can see up on the top right.
That weren't steadfast in the woods?
Yeah, he needed 4s to hit me.
How come they never left the woods?
I got shields. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
The idea was for them to do it, but they just never did. When they broke, the Wolf Riders had enough, and they ran off the board as well.
Okay.
So we go on to turn 5.
And it's time to go into Death Blossom.
Death Blossom?
Yeah. Take that unit of 2 characters in one and spread them out.
So you can see that's what it looks like at the beginning of turn 5. It's a 12-inch charge. These guys don't rally.
Off the table.
Continue off the table. I really missed that +1 to rally from the
Sure you do.
From the musician. I really counted on that in my army. And as you can see, we've done exactly that.
Yep.
The unit broke up. The last remaining guy came down here on the bottom left, and the 2 characters headed off to the top right.
Why'd you send him down here and not past his flank?
On
the other
I
side?
don't recall why I did this. I cannot remember. This guy's misfired for the 3rd time and taken a wound doing so. So that's, I guess, what I get for not having a crew.
Not having a base and a crew, exactly.
So I guess I deserve that. It's only turn 5. It should misfire at least 3 times in that amount of time.
Exactly.
Right? It's about average. On the bright side, this guy's gone over and hit this.
And he makes it with your cheesy corner-to-corner charge.
He makes it. I want the corner-to-corner charge because I want to stay as far away from those chariot Gratapults over there. You know, those things are so bad. They're so terrible because they're war machines. You know, they've got only toughness 4. They're not that great. It's not like they can charge off chaff that comes to kill them or anything. So anyway, I'm hiding over on this side. And I put 3 wounds on it, but I don't kill it.
And he puts up the imaginary galaxy phone barrier.
And since he is not insignificant, he rolls and rolls snake eyes and sticks around
Okay.
on his second try. So, that's not a good spot for him to be.
Not particularly.
No, not at all. And that's how that turn's going to end. So he tries on the bottom of turn 4, turn 5.
5, you said.
His Scratapult tried to charge me and failed. Didn't make it. That was actually surprising.
That's good. The cannon pulled.
These guys decided they don't care anymore. They just marched out of the woods and took a wound.
Yeah.
They don't care. The archers started firing. His grapplings or whatever they are started shooting up this guy. They did 2 wounds to him. And up here, I've managed on his turn to kill his cannon. And turn to face his Scratapult.
No soup for you.
Exactly. I'm happy about this. Turn 6. We got what it looks like overall.
Yep.
You can see on his turn, he also meant to mention his general has left the unit.
Mm-hmm.
Still working on. He's got the splatterer in arc, and he's also kind of lowering down my chances of getting away with that last remaining boar boy.
Came forward to kind of pin you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was wondering why he didn't run next to him, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah, it would have been smarter.
Mm.
I think going to the corner made me feel better. So this guy decides to go as far in the corner as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I'm going to be safe. But he's saved by the general. General marches over here and plants himself right in front of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go before he does. I don't know. The way I think he measured it, and he thinks when he wheels, he's only going to get 2 in, one in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's only going to have 6 attacks on me. So he must have great weapons. So anyway, because we figured he was only going to get 6 attacks in on me, since he could only wheel 1 in, and wheel and only get 1.
If he's an inch away,
If it's an inch away, he might have been able
he
to
should
get
have
2.
been able to get 2 on a 40mm base.
Changes the odds a bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, still got 6.
I think it's the movement tray effect.
I think it is.
It happens to a lot of people. You know, they
Use
measure
these big
things in
wide
movement trays. Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm liking those metal Shogun trays a lot.
That's why I like them.
Anyway, so that's where we go there. You can see the BSB has managed to stay around there just in case Mr. General does need a reroll.
Yep.
Elsewhere, the Mangler Naxter Wrecking Team has moved out into the center of the board because he didn't like getting shot, so he thought he'd get closer.
He want to be shot from close range.
No, but he is still outside 12, though.
Oh,
He's got that going for him.
So he's taunting them.
Yes, they couldn't kill him. Up here, the guy on the Cave Nasher made it into the Scratapult, the broken one. I kill it, but it kills me.
Okay, mutually assured destruction.
Yes. So it's probably just as well, because I was going to be facing this other one coming up and charging me.
Right.
And killing me anyway. So these guys came in and fought me. Where they go? Oh, sorry. That's just me standing there.
Yes.
Still the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we go into the bottom of turn 6. So the general is too far away from that last remaining boar boy. So he just comes over to kill the splatterer.
Yep.
The Tusker Cav move over to take out the other splatterer.
I think they covered your tape measure.
And they wanted the overrun in the tape measure.
Yeah.
He went ahead and tried this. Like, what the matter? Might as well try it.
I mean, you're doing a brawler bash list. Yeah.
And we're brawler bash.
Every point counts. So.
Yep. So, and because how many points you lose don't matter.
Right.
Rather than take the shot on these guys in the back needing 6s to hit me and 5s to wound me, he just walked up and stepped on me with the rock.
Yeah. I figured he'd survive.
Yeah. And these, you can see these guys. I don't know. I made sure to get a picture of these Tusker Cav in case you were worried if they weren't going to kill that splatterer with 3 wounds.
I wasn't sure.
And his general that does D3 wounds per attack only did 4 wounds to me.
Oh.
So I had that going for me, but I did fail my test. If I had an army-wide BSB, I might have made it. And over here, I managed to kill one before he got to attack, and he put a wound on me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we ended there. And it's not showing. I didn't take a picture of it, I guess. But the the wrecking team did take out his other rock,
Oh, really?
which was pretty amazing
Yeah,
luck.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think he only had one wound on him at that point,
Mm.
and it did 7 to him and really crushed him. So, because he did take 3d6. So that's where it ended. I've got
So your unit survived in the corner.
I've got 2 characters.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1 out of my 12 boar boys, and that's it.
Yep.
That's what I got left.
Mm-hmm.
So the ogres got 4,878. The orcs got 3,835. Not a great showing for a brawler bash game.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't thrilled, but anyway, it was a fun game. Had a good time playing. But that's it.
And both you guys kept your characters.
I don't have good luck against the ogres.
That's because
Maybe I'm trying to fight big ogres with goblins.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That could be part of the problem.
That might.
That and they're a better army. That might be the other part.
I don't know. I'm still thinking the goblins should have been able to take those
Yeah.
tuskers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.